Hello, I'm Kaylee, and I would just like to briefly talk to you about the meat fast that I'm going to attempt. So, just to bring a few people who may not have seen my other video quickly up to speed, um, I was diagnosed with ME about 2.5 years ago. This is really an experiment to try and heal myself. I want to share my journey for motivation for myself and perhaps hopefully other people. That's the whole purpose of doing this, is I would like to help others. So I've been ketogenic for 3 weeks today. I have noticed some benefits, some things not so great, and one of the major things that's not so great is I've only lost 2 pounds. I know everyone says be kind, be patient, and all that, but I'm kind of thinking, well, if the scale's only shifted 2 pounds and I've measured myself, I've not lost anything. There's no visible, measurable signs that anything has happened in that department. The other thing is my menstrual cycle has just gone awful. It was pretty bad before. I was trying intermittent fasting. That seemed to muck it up. It's always been pretty bad, basically. I started my periods when I was 13, and at 14 it was horrible. And other than a brief period where the contraceptive pill stopped it, it's always been pretty bad. So yeah, those are two things that are not so great at the moment. Some good things: I do feel better in myself. I feel fitter. I'm able to lift heavier, go longer. So that's really good. I think my sleep's been a bit up and down, but on the whole, I think it's better than it was. I suffer chronic sleeping disorders, insomnia, nightmares, and all sorts of not great things. Because of my condition, I always wake up feeling more tired than when I went to bed. My circadian rhythm, I think, cortisol, adrenaline, everything is just all over the place. So anyway, I've decided to try the meat fast, and I've decided to try this because I've done a lot of research into the ketogenic diet, and I've researched, what to do if nothing's really happening, and you're showing that, I've done the peeing on the keto strips, and I'm in ketosis. Not really dark, but I'm in, as it were. That's good enough for me. So to try and up my game a little bit, I researched, and I found a couple of women, I think sort of, pre and postmenopausal women who had really struggled, and although I'm not, hopefully not pre or postmenopausal, because I'm only 31, there was a lot they were saying that resonated with me, and I think that may be more due to my condition, the ME, than anything else. So the meat fast, in a nutshell, is eating only animal products. So any kind of meat, cream, butter, cheese, eggs. If it's come from an animal, then you can eat it. And the idea is it's really high fat and virtually no carbohydrate. You might be getting like a few grams a day carbohydrate. And the idea is that it's supposed to really kickstart your body into, there's no carbs for it to cling on to, as it were. So it's supposed to really kickstart that fat burning process. And yeah, it is very restrictive. I don't think it's going to be easy. I mean, it doesn't faze me in the way that perhaps, if I was told, oh, you can't have any cheese, then I'd be like, oh, because I love cheese. I really do love cheese. And yeah, I would probably find that quite difficult if it was like you can only eat meat and fish, nothing else. So I've kind of started trying to ease myself into it. Today I was going to start it, but then lo and behold, life happens, and I was too full up to finish my dinner last night, and there was avocado with it. So I started my day with my pork shoulder joint topped with cheese and some avocado, which I know is pretty much all fat anyway. Then I basically went all day. That was at like 10 in the morning. Went all day, didn't eat anything just because I was too busy and there was nothing on the like to have on the go. It's really hard when you're out and about. You can hardly like buy anything that's keto friendly. I don't know, perhaps a pack of ham, and I have done that. Sat there eating a pack of ham and yeah, you can buy little cheese things, I suppose. So yeah, you could like roll up some cheese and some ham, and yeah, I'm getting a few ideas here. So I'll try those. But yeah, it's quite difficult. So today, yeah, I started off with that, and then I had one of my little peanut butter pecan bar things, which is definitely not. There's no animal products in that at all. Oh no, there's some cream in it. So I had one of those, and I've just had. We needed to roast this duck. Basically, it's been sat in the fridge, and we've just not been able to do it because one of us has not been here or something, and it was like, well, it's gonna go off. Like, it's a lovely duck. I'm gonna cook it, and I've been planning for ages to do duck with a sort of cherry glaze kind of thing, like a keto friendly one. So that's what I did. So I had my roast duck with a bit of cherry. I thought, oh, that'll be okay. I can just have that. And then, as much as I love duck, I was eating it with just the cherry thing, which was like a cherry reduction. So that wasn't particularly liquidy. It was more kind of jelly. And it was a bit dry, so I just added a little bit of cucumber to it. Very low carbohydrate, so I kind of figure that's fine. I'm not going to beat myself up about this because, to be honest, I have come so far since committing to this and found it surprisingly easy. One of the great things I'm noticing is my hunger, my cravings are just slowly but surely just disappearing. And I'm hoping that's going to continue happening. And that's one of the main reasons I started is I was finding fasting so difficult because I was just ravenous and moody, and I was just a complete bitch basically because I was just hungry all the time. And then I was overeating on the next day because I was so hungry, and obviously, you know, having this sugar addiction and stuff is the only way I can explain it. It must be that. I've deduced from looking at other things. So yeah, since doing this, I'm starting to get full up quickly, eat less, feel less hungry, and just less reliant on food in general. So yeah, I will see if I can commit and actually do the animal products only thing for the most part, but there will be situations I know I've got coming up, things like going out. It will be Mother's Day here this Sunday, and I've got my mum and my other half's mum to see. So on Saturday we're going out with his parents, on Sunday we're going out with my mum. It's going to be very difficult to not have any vegetables at all, but I kind of think, well, you know, if I can't have just meat, then I can have some broccoli. I think that will be okay to have a bit of broccoli. And if I can at least do it, you know, full on meat and cheese and eggs only, Monday to Friday, I'm okay with that. I think that's a realistic expectation. And I think it is about managing expectations. You know, life happens, and we've just got to accept that, and we've got to be kind and compassionate to ourselves. I don't think having a bit of broccoli is going to tip me over the edge or anything like that, you know, considering how I've spent the rest of my life eating. And, you know, I've tried, I did paleo, and I lost weight on paleo. But my body composition I still had the issues that I was talking about in my previous videos with, you know, all my weight being on my middle area, and lost it off my arms and legs, which was really, you know, the last thing I wanted. So I'm hoping I'll have better body composition changes by following a ketogenic lifestyle. And I say lifestyle, not diet, because that's what it is. It is a lifestyle. You commit to it and you do it as much as you can. I'm not going to say for life and you never have any cheat days, because that, again, managing expectations and being realistic, we've got to be. So yeah, I think that really sums up my plan. So I will go animal products only as much as I can and see what happens over the next 30 days, and I'll keep everybody updated. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.